Today, I'm going to be spending 24 hours at North America's most luxurious hotel. I'm going to show you exactly what it's like to stay at the 5-star Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel, from what the rooms are like, the fine dining options, and all the different activities and adventures you can try while staying at the resort. This doesn't come cheap though, starting at nearly $700 a night for a basic room. But today, you're joining me in the prestigious Fairmont Gold, which comes with luxurious suites and other exclusive perks I'll be showing you throughout this video. And most importantly, I'll be telling you exactly how much I spent on this entire experience. But to get this journey started, let's pick up our story in Calgary, Alberta. It's a sunny morning here in Calgary where our journey to the Fairmont begins. This 5-star hotel is located an hour and a half away in Banff, Alberta, and to get there we have a few options. Unfortunately, Fairmont doesn't have its own shuttle service connecting to the airport, but there are other companies that'll do it for around $80 Canadian each way. For those of you who are looking to travel in luxury, you're able to book private transfers from the airport, starting at a whopping $300 each way. So instead, I opted to get a car rental for $200, which I'd have for 3 days. After leaving the airport, we headed onto the Trans-Canada Highway, which spans nearly 7,000 kilometers across the entire country. But this part in particular is easily the most beautiful. The mountains slowly creep closer towards you until you're driving through some of the most beautiful scenery imaginable. The Fairmont Banff Springs isn't just Canada's most luxurious hotel, but it is also one of the oldest. Opening its doors in 1888, this hotel was created by the Canadian Pacific Railway as a luxurious destination for tourists. But in 1926, the original structure had caught fire and burned to the ground. 2 years later, in 1928, the hotel was rebuilt in a new chateau design with lavish interiors, appealing to a wealthy clientele seeking a wilderness experience, which helped get the nickname the Castle. Over the next century, people like Queen Elizabeth, celebrities, and other high-class figures stayed at the resort, which only made the hotel all the more prestigious. So after arriving in Banff, we would soon be seeing what was in store for us over the next 24 hours. For normal guests at the Fairmont, check-in is located at the front of the property in a chateau-style lobby with check-in counters on each side. But since I booked the Fairmont Gold experience, my check-in was located at the side of the property, where guests arrive in a private courtyard. After making our way towards the entrance, we were immediately greeted and escorted towards the check-in desk, which featured beautiful wooden floors and artwork accompanied by a private desk. This is used for booking everything from activities to excursions and priority reservations to the spa and various restaurants around the resort. Formalities didn't stop here though. After checking in, we were escorted to the elevators and brought to the exclusive Fairmont Gold floor with a private reception. After this, we were brought on a private tour of the Gold floor amenities that I'll be showing you in just a bit. But for now, we were escorted to room 501, which would be home for the next 24 hours. Welcome to our suite, but better yet, welcome to the start of our adventure, and my girlfriend Maddie, who will be joining us today. Hi! We are super excited to get things going, showing you everything this resort has to offer, but starting off with the most important part, the room tour. Immediately after entering the room, we were greeted with a display of chocolate-covered truffles and glacier sparkling water to go along with it. Inside the letter was a personalized greeting and welcome to the hotel, before noticing that our bags had already been delivered to the room while we were busy checking in. The room we are staying in today is the Fairmont Gold Mountain View room, with 1 king bed and a total of 226 square feet. Beside the tray of sweets was an espresso machine for coffee and a kettle for those who enjoy tea. In the drawer below was everything needed to make drinks, from espresso pods to tea bags and a set of glassware for each, with a small refrigerator right below as well. Moving on to the seating area were 2 chairs and some more chocolate, but now it was time to check out the bed. Located on either side was a reading lamp, outlets with various ports, and control panels used to operate the lighting throughout the room. In fact, pretty much every area in this room had a control panel, meaning wherever you were, there was no need to get up. But now what really matters is the view we paid for. Making our way to the bathroom, I discovered a luxurious rainfall shower, which I don't think I have ever seen in a hotel before. But what's even more spectacular was that the Fairmont actually had a custom scent for their shampoo, conditioner, and soap, which is truly something I have never experienced while traveling. Moving on to the sink was a marble countertop with everything having a sleek matte black finish to it. And across the hall in the closet is where we could find our bathrobes, safe, custom Fairmont umbrella, and also watch box. Truly, everything in this room was designed to feel luxurious, where even simple things like the TV remote had a casing. The lamps had a unique crystal design, but let's see the most important part, how comfy the bed is.
All right, Maddie, let's do a flop test and see how the bed is.
Oh my god, it feels so good.
Out of 10?
Like 12. It's like so squishy, like I can't.
But this is only one of the many different kinds of rooms you could book at the Fairmont. For example, there's a total of 5 different room options just for the Gold experience, 7 different styles for the normal rooms, and 9 different suite options to choose from, with the Crown Suite being the most luxurious of them all. This suite comes with a private elevator, private terrace, and is essentially its own entire floor for the ultra rich.
But now that we're done with the room tour, let's check out the rest of the resort because there is still so much that we need to see.
Besides the guest rooms, the Fairmont is divided into 3 main levels, the lobby and mezzanine levels 1 and 2. Making our way to the lobby, we found the Banff Springs shops, which sold many luxurious items from alcohol to fine leather luggage. As we continued to explore, we came across the Fairmont Spa, where guests could get their hair cut at the salon or book a private experience. Guests have the ability to choose from massages, full body, or facial experiences, but this comes at a steep price. For a massage, the cheapest option starts at $229 for an hour, and for something like a pedicure, you'll be starting at $109, so we decided to pass this time around. Instead, we explored the many different food and bar options the Fairmont had to offer, so we could decide where we were going to be eating later this evening. In the lobby, guests will find Struk, a grab-and-go style restaurant featuring an indoor garden. Despite the food looking delicious and having plenty of options to choose from, it came with steep price tags to match. Sandwiches started at a shocking $17, but for a hotel of this status, I'm not surprised. Making our way up the lobby stairs to mezzanine level 1, we found the award-winning Chop House 1888. This restaurant features every style of meat from 14-ounce New York strip to A5 Japanese Wagyu, which is so expensive you need to speak to a waiter since there is no price on the menu. For guests seeking something a little bit more traditional, look no further than the Vermilion Room. Here you'll find everything from mussels and oysters to fresh-made gnocchi or salmon. Overall, the Fairmont has a restaurant style for everyone, with a Bavarian-style Wild House restaurant and Castello, which is an Italian restaurant I will be showing you later tonight. And I know you're probably wondering, are there also luxurious bars? Well, I'm happy to tell you that there definitely are. Located on both the lobby and mezzanine level 1 is the Rundle Bar, the largest in the resort and certainly the most lively. This bar lounge has plenty of space for people to enjoy their drinks, even having a secret speakeasy entrance through a bookshelf for guests wanting a quieter and more intimate environment. Located down the hall, we found the next bar called Grapes, which you guessed it, specializes in fine wine and cheese tasting. Here you can find cheeses from around the world, spreads, steaks, and much more. The final lounge we discovered exploring the resort was the Ramsey Bar, which felt like a luxurious sports bar which had games located right below and the adventure center located right next door. Guests staying at the Fairmont can book many different tours and experiences around the property. These experiences range from helicopter tours to hiking excursions all the way to outdoor meditation. And truly there is something for everyone, but again, they do come at a price separate from the cost of the room. Since we were only here for 24 hours, we didn't have time for any tours, and since it was getting close to dinner time, we made our way back to the Fairmont Gold floor, where afternoon snacks were being served. This buffet style spread was easily the best buffet food I have had in my entire life. In fact, it was so good that it could have been a dinner on its own. And while we're here, let me show you the Fairmont Gold Lounge. At all hours of the day, guests can come and take any snacks they wish to bring back to their room. And if they're thirsty, there is also an unlimited amount of drinks to choose from. For those who are wanting alcohol, there is also a private bar that is exclusive to the Gold members. And after being served, there is plenty of seating to choose from. For families or groups of friends, there are also plenty of games to play while hanging around, but we didn't have time since dinner was coming up, so we headed back to our room to get ready. Tonight, Maddie and I were recommended to try Costello's and their famous veal parmesan, so we made our way through the castle and to the restaurant. To start the dinner off, we each ordered a glass of wine from the expansive list of expensive beverages. For an appetizer this evening, we were served freshly made tuna cruda with brown butter, white balsamic, and many other delicious ingredients before moving on to the main dish. For tonight's meal, I ordered Costello's famous bone-in, milk-fed veal parmesan, which was absolutely delicious. For dessert, there were plenty of options to choose from, but since we were planning on going for an evening swim, we decided to skip this and made our way back upstairs to get ready. Tonight, we were treated to a golden sunset over the mountains, so we hurried into our robes to make it down to the pool in time to enjoy the scenery. The pool at the Fairmont is located on the lobby level near the spa where we were at earlier today, and after heading downstairs, we were treated to a surprise we could have never expected. Inside the hotel is a massive 4-lane swimming pool for guests to enjoy, and just outside is a smaller heated pool where wild deer were grazing the grass in something that felt like a Disney movie. Now, being a Canadian, I am no stranger to deer, but these three had no fear of people and made the experience all the more magical. The outdoor pool had views of all the mountains surrounding the hotel, and the best way to describe the experience was breathtaking. Making our way back inside, we decided to take some time to relax in the whirlpool, where we ended up staying until close. But since it was late, we headed back to the room for the night where we'd continue our adventure in the morning. Starting off my day bright and early, I woke up to the sun just breaking over the mountains, but now it was time for my morning workout. For someone who frequently works out, over the years I noticed hotels often overlook their facilities, but not the Fairmont. Here they had all the essentials someone might need, from squat racks to free weights and plenty of other machines and ellipticals, where guests can run while taking in the beautiful views. Across the hall was a yoga studio that guests can use at their own discretion, but it only got better from here. The Fairmont also offers workout classes and private training sessions for guests who aren't comfortable working out on their own, where they also had on-site training staff if you ever had a question you needed answered. Truly, I have never seen something to this level at a hotel before, but after finishing my workout, it was time for breakfast. Similar to last night, the buffet spread at the Gold Lounge was truly unbelievable. Guests could find everything from oats and muffins to sausages, fresh fruit and pastries to different kinds of milks, juices, and smoothies. I made sure to load up because after breakfast, we'd be going for a morning hike and explore the famous town of Banff. So after finishing all of the delicious food, we made our way outside to hike to the Bow Falls viewpoint. Around the property are various different hiking trails for guests to explore with different lengths and difficulties, but we settled on Bow Falls since it was the closest and most picturesque. From the trail, we were able to get beautiful views of the hotel in the distance, but what was even more stunning was the view from the ice sheets at the bottom of the falls. After finishing the hike, we stumbled across the entrance to the famous Banff Springs golf course. In the summer, tourists from around the world travel here to play around on this stunning course that follows the river and valley between the mountains. But unfortunately, since it was winter, we aren't going to be doing any golf today. Hiking our way back up to the hotel, we made it to the bus station at the front of the property, which would bring us into town. For guests staying at the Fairmont, they are given free access to using the bus in order to get back and forth from the town, and if you stay at the hotel, I highly recommend it. Banff is a town of only 8,000 permanent residents, but with all the tourists, it is quite a vibrant place. The entire town feels like a massive ski village, with many buildings having an alpine wooden feel to them, but this doesn't mean there isn't any good shopping. Around the town, you will find many local businesses and more traditional ones as well, like Starbucks, Hudson's Bay, McDonald's, and a Canadian staple piece, Beaver Tails. As well, around the village, there are countless hiking, biking, and other places to explore, with many other hotels to stay, just in case something like the Fairmont is slightly out of your budget. So how much did I end up spending, and was the experience worth the cost? While staying at the resort, we had a chance to talk to some of the workers who explained that because of social media and everything finally reopening, the demand for staying at the hotel had skyrocketed. The Fairmont Banff Springs only has a total of 764 rooms, and because of the fact that many events, weddings, and tourists from around the world come here, this can result in prices being driven extremely high. I went on a Thursday to Friday stay in what they considered to be an off-season, meaning meaning the entire stay costed me $1,146.71, all of which included parking, dinner, and other taxes. Looking at the same room today would start at a whopping $1,429 a night, which is an unbelievable amount of money. But do I think the experience and stay are worth a steep price at least once in your life? Well, if you could justify the cost or pair it with a special event, I definitely think you will get your money's worth. But make sure you are looking at the off seasons to try and get the best deal possible. I also made sure to put a link in the description where I booked my stay to get a cheaper rate. But if you want to see more luxury reviews, make sure to subscribe and check out this video next.